I am Justin Balasco, and you're watching Field Dreams Club. Long time no talk, long time no see. I haven't done a podcast for this channel in a while. Hopefully, you guys are still with me and still, yeah, I don't know. But today, we are going to be making a podcast, another one, and I haven't made one in a while. But I was like, I want to make a Christian podcast, and I want to do little things differently, and I want to make a change in this atmosphere of YouTube of just social media, and I feel like why not just make a podcast, a weekly podcast. I want to plan this out now, and maybe every Wednesday or Monday. I want to say every Monday, but realistically, I'm not gonna be able to edit everything get ready by Monday. So probably Wednesday, but if it's out by Monday, then it's out by Monday. But realistically, probably Wednesday. So we're just playing this by ear. But today it's gonna be a podcast, and oh wow, but it's gonna be a cool podcast. And today we got my brother. It's your boy Joe on the scene.
What's up? I'm
But
here.
but yeah, we're gonna do this together, and yeah, we're gonna grow Field Dreams Club to the top, and we're gonna make a monopoly. So no, we won't do that. But no, we just want something unique and special, and something different from your other podcast. Hopefully,
We got
um,
another guest also. We got Smokey in the building now.
yeah, there's a cat on this side of the room. Uh, but yeah, that's our family cat, I guess. We got him off the streets. No, we didn't. We got him.
A friend of mine gave him to me.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a cool cat. He just messes around too much, and yeah. But today, we're just gonna talk about different things, I guess, about like what we do, I guess, spiritually. I guess as a Christians, I guess I'll go first, just to get us started and get the little bubblies out of our stomachs, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but I said it. Um, but today, something that brought my attention. Let's see. Um, I guess right now what I want to talk about is Christian artists. I guess I want to say rappers because I guess artists and Christian artists in general. I feel like Christian artists forget that they are disciples and they're not like I guess the fans, the views, everything gets to them, and that's not good. You're there to be disciples of Christ and preach the word of God through a different outlet than just regular, just talking to somebody. Because some people can't get through Christ through that, maybe because I don't know, just how someone is. So they choose music to do it. But I get scared sometimes. Well, not scared. I get worried sometimes that some of these Christian artists are doing it because they're getting a lot of fans. Christianity is a really big fan base. So it's pretty easy to blow up. To be honest, as a Christian, some may have little things about that, but I'm kind of living proof. Not living proof. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of living proof. Like my channel is growing and growing. My other channel is growing and growing. My main channel, not my main channel, but my Justin Balasco channel is growing fast. And like I said, Christianity has a big fan base. So I guess I'm just worried that people are losing focus on preaching the word instead of um, doing it for the fans or doing it for the money. Um, yeah, that's my sense. How about you? It's your boy Joe.
um, is that, and also fans got to realize also that sometimes they get too caught up in the artists themselves, where it kind of looks like you're worshiping the artist more than you are God. It's cool to be a fan, but don't go overboard. I've seen it a lot where they treat Christian artists, rappers, or Christian content creators to a high standard. Like they're you know like they fanboy over them a lot. It's just like
Yep.
calm down. You know.
Yeah, we actually went to a Zonti concert. So if you guys are real Christians, and if you guys are like in the hip hop Christian hip hop scene, I guess there's an artist that goes by Zonti, and he makes really good music. And we went to a concert of his, and yeah, one of the things that threw us off was there's people like there's fans there, but like it seemed like they were worship. They were like more excited to see Zonti, and like they're like it's like would you follow Jesus close like that? Basically, I mean, you probably seen those signs on cars. Like, are you following Jesus this close? That basically what popped to my mind. Like, yeah, you gotta be careful. Like, you're there to like people are there to preach the word and obviously make their own make their own disciples, but it's not to worship them like like following them that close. Like, there were just people there that were just like kind of like bowing down to him spiritually.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, like me and him, we were all of us, me and my brother and David, which is our other friend. We were just there, like we enjoyed the music. You know, we were jumping around a little bit, but we weren't like about to cry to like see Zonti, like a Christian
Or like
artist.
yeah, or like freaking out
Yeah,
to his face or anything like that. You know, I took a picture of him and everything. Didn't feel nervous. Just felt like I was meeting another person.
yeah,
Um, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Some of them were jumping around and everything, or very excited to meet him, like they were meeting like Jesus himself. I'm like,
yeah.
it's cool. I should just be careful with that when it comes to following an artist,
Amen.
because you might not know it until someone calls you out on it. Is when you'll be like, oh yeah, you're right. I was kind of doing too much.
Yeah, and I want to have no filter. Like, I don't care if like people from the comments see this, or
Yeah.
I want to have the no like because I'm not gonna be afraid of
Yeah, I'm not.
anybody.
I ain't afraid. It's just from what we saw, from what we observed. It wasn't everybody there. It was. It was a little bit of people who did that, but it was just still kind of weird. It was weird seeing that. Like I'm like,
Yep, it was very weird. I was like, wow, like people are really following that close. Um, but yeah, it was a cool concert. Like overall, like it was a really hype concert, really cool, and it was something I liked it because like it felt like we are having a good time. You know, we are jamming out. Zonti was a great performer, and we asked him questions, and he will answer with long responses and with biblical responses afterwards, even when it wasn't really a biblical question. So like when I saw him, I shook his hand, and he was like I was talking to him, and he was talking to me. You could tell like this guy's really like he really wants to help the kingdom grow, and yeah, it was a cool thing to see. Like, there's something different, and like, also Christian artists they need to stop saying this is I'm the Ice Spice, I'm the Christian version of what is it, Ice Spice, whatever.
yeah,
And
that's
when you realize the trend of that, when people say that, they're usually those artists are the ones who don't make really good music because they're striving to be like a Christian version of whoever 50 Cent or Ice Spice or whatever. Like that, when you start doing that, when you try to start to try like what when you start trying to sound like somebody else, that's when it becomes like you're not making music like soulful music. You're not really coming from your heart, or like you're not really, you have to be unique. Like with
mm,
Zonti, I never seen him do that, and he doesn't really sound like anybody else. He sounds like Zonti,
yeah.
you know. So and Caleb Gordon as well. Like nobody really sounds like Caleb Gordon. Maybe a song here or there. He does like a remix, and that's about it. But like
Yep.
nobody sounds like Caleb Gordon. Nobody sounds like Forrest Frank.
Like
Uh,
Kalo doesn't try to purposely sound like a different artist.
yeah,
Sometimes he might copy like a flow, I noticed, but he's not out there like saying I'm the Christian version of this every single time he releases a song. You know,
yeah,
I've seen a couple artists that every single time they release a song, or they just want to get the song back into the algorithm. They're like, I'm the Christian version. You just found the Christian version of MySpace or something. I'm like, and that song is usually trash, and it doesn't really sound like a Christian song.
yeah,
Just because you mention Christ in a song doesn't mean it's a Christian song.
yeah. But I want to move on to another topic as well. Like I don't want this to become like a drama alert, like a podcast, but I do want this to have like a perspective of people who are Christian and people who maybe who are Christian who listen to this and they don't have the same perspective yet. I'm not saying our perspective is completely correct, but it's another way to look at this perspective. But I want to talk about First two things, but the first one is was it? Let's do Sketch. So Sketch is a he's a streamer, I guess. Yeah, he's a streamer, and kind of blew up out of nowhere playing video games online. And recently he was exposed what he used to do, and he was a part of the I guess the I'm not sure I guess LGBT community. I guess I'm not sure if he was part of that community, but he was doing things affiliated with that, and you guys probably heard it. I'm not sure, but now he claims to be a Christian. And I hope he's telling the truth. Like when people say they're Christian or they believe in God, I take that very what's the right word, lightly, I guess, because anybody could claim to believe in God, and you see so many things that happen where like they say God, they say I believe in God, but their actions are far from it, So, and it's not like just me being like just showing off or whatever. You have to be real. Like you can't just believe anybody who says they believe in God, and you have to really sit with them and talk to them and see by their actions, how they carry themselves. Because at the end of the day, we are ambassadors of Christ. We represent Christ, and so we let Christ transform us. So, Sketchy claims to be a Christian now, um, and I reached out to him. I don't think he would see the message, but I did it because if he does reach out to, maybe I could help him, in some sort of way, to help him get to know Christ more. But yeah, I want to talk about that because there's a lot of people who reacted to that and they're like just bashing him, and it was a very scary situation because it looks like he did change his life, and if he's still changing it or if he did change it completely, then amen to that. Um, but yeah, I'm glad that he doesn't do that anymore. I'm glad that he recognized what he did was very wrong and it was leading into a dark path. But I don't look at him any differently because we all have a past. We all have different things like that that you have in the closet. But it's gonna come to light at the end of the day. Everything you have in the dark is gonna come to light, um, whether you like it or not. Um, but yeah, I do like how he's like since everything's came out, he's back out on the internet. He's like he hasn't like he plays along with the drama, I guess. Doesn't let him get to him. So it was very scary. I was like, wow, a lot of people were bashing him, and I didn't think that was right because it's just messed up. Like imagine the dark energy that he had, and people were just bashing him online and all that. So and people were just doing it for clout. Like you had people were just crying, or people were just I don't know. They were saying something to get more views, and that was messed up.
Yeah, you know, the past is the past, and that guy's a changed man now. There's no reason to bash him for that, especially as a Christian. Like I said, there's stuff that you've done in the past as a Christian, right? But those are that's the past. But
Yeah, yeah. But like I said, past is the past. You all have dark past, and yeah, it's gonna come out eventually. Whether it's on a big scale or on a small scale, it'll come out. But yeah, I pray that that Sketch is actually like trying to get closer to Christ, and it looks like he is. But only time will tell, and yeah, I don't look at Sketch differently at all. Like I forgot that happened.
yeah,
But let's go on to the next one. It's Chris Tyson or Ava. Um, looks like there's some pedo allegations against Chris Tyson recently, and looks like Mr. Beast might have knew about it. And let's see how this plays out. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of rumors that Mr. Beast knew about it. Whatever. Now it's just like a whole investigation now. Man. I don't know, man. It's just a lot of crazy things are happening. There's a lot of like exposure, like exposing. I mean, like there's a lot of exposing of like these high celebrities. It's like a lot of things are coming out, and I guess this is the time that a lot of things are going to be exposed. And
the stars are falling.
yeah,
People look at that verse as literal stars. But I don't know. You can interpret it as celebrities because what are they called? They're called stars also,
mm,
superstars. And all of these stars are falling. All these celebrities are falling.
yeah,
Yeah, Chris Tyson, Ava, whatever. Um, Mr. Beast apparently knew about it, and if it comes out, I mean, I think yeah, if it comes out, he knew about it and everything, then Mr. Beast might be cooked. Um, there's a whole lot going on from what I'm reading back and behind the scenes there, so I don't know. I know Chandler is a Christian. He does his daily Bible devotionals on TikTok, Instagram. I never skip that. Never skip a Chandler post. That's what it says on the comments all the time. Like you said, everything that you do in the dark comes to light. So, but Chris Tyson Ava is not a Christian. I know it used to be a Christian, but you know, but still, and Bishop Beast too. I don't. He's not a Christian no more either. The only I think Chandler is the one left as a Christian there. I don't know. I don't. I never really watched Mr. Beast videos that like that. Um, so
Yeah, it's weird how the shift happened. Like like when Chris kind of decided to be openly, public about the LGBT stuff. Chandler got baptized, and he became more vocal about his faith
his faith,
in
yeah.
Christ. It's like not weird, but it's like wow, like it's kind of ironic or kind of like was that like supposed to happen or like was that like was the Chandler get scared or was there something that was happening between them that was like all right, you go that way, I'm gonna go this way, or I don't know if there was a discussion or whatever, but it's kind of kind of cool how that happened, where Chris comes out publicly and Chandler just becomes more vocal as Chris becomes more vocal as about his stuff. But yeah, yeah, Chandler, he's looks like I think it was every day he does that. He does the
Yeah, he does the daily verse, and then he explains the verse and everything.
it's funny when he does that. He seems like so innocent. Like he seems like I don't want to say scared, but kind of scared when he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if there's something to that, or it's just how he is. But yeah, Mr. Beast was a Christian too before, but who knows what happened. Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird how when he took out the Christian stuff, he became more popular. Like it's pretty weird. It's pretty weird. Um, but yeah, recently, almost like really recently, is the Olympics. The intro was very demonic. It's very not scary to me because I knew like people who are like Christians, they are like they really are trying to study the Bible. We already recognize that this is gonna happen. Even more worse stuff is gonna happen than that. Um, but it's just becoming more and more public out there that the world is truly ran by Satan right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
And it tells us in the end times that stuff like this will happen. They will openly mock us, and we're not to get too mad about it because we already won.
yeah,
Um, it's just don't get up in arms about it. Don't This stuff is supposed to happen, and yeah, the big skill like this is gonna happen. It might upset obviously, but I'm not gonna take my anger out too much like how some Christians are going overboard and stuff.
that's what they want you to do. They want
Yeah,
you to get angry.
they want you to be angry. They want you to do all of that. They want you to fall for that to give us the bad name and everything. You know, like Ryan Garcia, how he reacted to it. That's not the right way to go about things. If you claim to be a Christian and all that, that's not the right way to go about things. Because what would Jesus have done? He wouldn't have been like, I hate, you know, or F this, F that. He wouldn't have been saying that.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, the more I get deep into the Bible, the more I get kind of closer to God. While doing that, it's like the more at peace, the more I feel I know how to handle situations more. And yeah, I think the goal I've always had was just be calm. Like even the people who I talk to who aren't Christian, they're far from being a Christian. Like I just always jumped in there with a prayer, and I always just let God guide me, and that's what you have to do. Maybe we forget that prayer is very powerful. Pray for the higher ups, the people who are like the world leaders. Pray for them, and that's the best we could do. Because the world is ran by Satan, and we need more people to wake up. And like for me, it's just like so like it's so like white and black. Like when there were some of the topics, like with whether there's political topics, I'm just like, why are you voting for that, or why do you like this type this person? This person obviously did this bad thing, but like I don't know. It's a lot of white and black, and society's become more blind to Satan, and when that happens, you are partaking in Satan's agenda. And even though you may not know it or not, that's the thing. Like you have to step back and really like take us just. But it's okay to step back sometimes and just pray and just have that moment to yourself and God. I feel like we're always working, we're always into politics. We're always into the news, whatever. But you have to step back. You have to make your time for God. If you're not going to church, make your time for God on your own. You
Mhm.
know, like a church, like you may hear me say this a lot, but church is not. You're not. So it's not like you're not required to go, but it's a good way to get connected with God, to be
To get closer to God, get connected.
with the yeah.
To be, and it's good to be around fellow Christians, fellow Christ-like people. And where you find that at is at a church. Um, but obviously not every church is perfect and everything. You gotta go to multiple churches if you have to, and whatever you feel fits you, then there you go.
Yep. Like I said, we forget to pray. I found my church of prayer for like months and months and months. I was like, I want a church that's gonna help me grow more in my faith, go more like in like the way they speak about God. Like it was very specific too, and it happened after a couple months. And just keep praying, and prayer is very powerful. Whether it's hard to think that because it doesn't happen instantly. It's not in your face instantly, but over time, God will answer your prayer once you're ready, and once the stars align correctly, in his plan. But yeah, prayer is very powerful, and yeah, I really want to shed light into the darkness of this world, into the world that Satan is running. That's what my goal is to do. I feel like, and I feel like I do have something to do here on in the world. Maybe whether I'm a person who speaks about, I don't know, but I do feel like there's something, just something special I have, like I'm here to do. Um, but yeah, like I said, I want to bring this up. I talk about this to some of my friends, but the way we're gonna change the world is by praying for to having like a leader who's not scared of the people. Like I guess if you get political or if you get like into the history, the way we changed the world, like legit the world, or we changed things on a grand scale, was leaders or people who weren't scared of the people. Like Martin Luther King, he was a devout Christian. He was in the church, and look what he did. He changed a lot, and Rosa Parks, she was a devout Christian, and she said herself that if it wasn't for her faith, her being just her being afraid of God and not the people, that probably wouldn't have happened. So we had to and look at the president of El Salvador. This guy, he's a strong Christian, and he changed El Salvador a lot. Like he completely changed
Now,
it.
I was
He
one.
overturned it by a lot, and that's because he wasn't afraid of the people. He legit was the king. Imagine the gang members. Imagine the death threats he had, but he wasn't afraid because he was afraid of God, and God teaches us not to be afraid of men. Throughout all the stories of the Bible, look at King Saul. This guy, he was afraid of the people. Kept making excuses to God when he was confronted uh, by God. So there's something to he gives us the blueprint for everything in life, and we have to look at it. Like we need a leader that's gonna not be afraid of the people, but he has to be afraid of God. We have to have a Christian, like Christian president, in the USA, because that's the only way we're gonna get out of it. Like there's like we see it now, our current president, I guess, but like we had to have some dominance over other countries when we meet,
Yeah.
because like or else we're gonna just get we're just gonna get trampled over.
Like what's
Uh,
going on? They don't. No one takes us serious because of our leader. Um, not to get political or anything, but the previous leader, people took us serious. But with this one, who can't finish a sentence, just they don't, they're not taking us serious, and
Yeah,
it's sad.
I'm not endorsing Trump either. Like, there's a lot of things that I don't like about him, and
Same.
I'm kind of on my tippy toes too. But the president we have now is like, come on, man. Like, we need some dominance, like some type of like, you know, guy who's gonna show some dominance over people in other countries, and who's willing to step up and say, hey, let's not cause war. Let's stop the violence in Palestine and all that. And you know, I just don't think the current one is that. But okay, let's get out of the politics real quick. And yeah, I guess let's just talk about baptism. I guess our niece got baptized, and it was pretty cool. We told her about it, about baptism, and she was on the edge, not the edge, but she was like she didn't know what it meant. So we explained it to her, and randomly she, while we were in, I think while we were just talking, she was like, I want to get baptized. And you helped her get through it, and she did it, and everything just aligned perfectly, was all in God's plan, and it's awesome to see that, she's really putting that seal on it, and she's been studying, she's been studying. I seen her Bible, but she's been studying, and that's pretty cool, and yeah, like when we read the Bible, we have to apply it to our lives. That's one thing we like. You shouldn't forget. Like, there's people who read the Bible front and back, and they turned away from Christianity because they were looking for something, and they weren't willing to take in the blueprint that Jesus gave us, that God gave us. So when you read the Bible, you had to take action while you're reading it. Um, Let it transform you. That's when people say, Jesus changed my life. Jesus, like, took away my sins. Um, but yeah, yeah, we went to that concert, the Zonti concert. It was pretty cool. We were at the beach, and yeah, I got sunburned on my legs while I was driving over there and driving back. Got sunburned on my legs, and I think I got sunburned on my toes, which I don't know how that happened, but
Yeah, the Zonta concert was fun, man. A lot of cool people. Heard part of some people's testimonies and everything. It was really nice. Nice concert. Better experience than like other concerts. Well, I've only been to like two concerts, but like than the other concerts I've been to, where those people are like not talkative. They don't really like about themselves. But I mean, at the same time, I guess that's how people are. But yeah, it's a. It didn't really feel like a concert per se. It felt like a big get together.
yep.
You know, at first, because my only concert I've been to was NGK and then like a free Eminem concert that happened here in the city in DC. Um, and the MGK concert, it was only one person that was kind of cool, two people that were kind of cool with us. But other than that, that was it. But here, I didn't start no conversation. People literally walked up to us, happy and everything, and started talking to us.
For
And
me, I feel like it's easier to talk to Christians when I know they're Christians. For some reason, I
that's
guess because
true.
it feels like I know them, and we are on the same path. Like we're on the same goal. Like just just trying to get like eternal life in heaven. At the end of the, I guess I want to say day, but you know what I mean. But like we're on the same path. Like we follow Christ, and we've been transformed, and we're getting more transformed as we go, as we get closer to Him. But like it feels like I know them. It feels like I know how to start a conversation with them more than a non-Christian believer.
Yeah, that is true.
Like I can't go to anybody in public right now, right around a person in public, just talking to them. Maybe I can, but like not as easy as I can
Yeah, it's
with
not easy.
a Christian.
Once
Yeah,
I kind of feel it in some people where I'm talking to them and I'm like, "You Christian?" And usually they say, "Yeah." How'd you know?
yeah,
And I'm just like, I don't know, man. I just the spirit, I guess.
yep. Yeah, it feels like you know them for some reason. Just like, I guess because is that
And like,
spiritual meaning, like when you come to Christ, when you let God transform you, you are one with Christ. So maybe you see that spiritually speaking, you see that Christ in them, that you have as well. So I guess spiritually speaking, that's what it is.
Yeah, because like I don't know, I just there's some people that just like we just click like that, and like as a Christian, you're not perfect either. You know, we all fall short. So like hearing them talk, I feel like dang, I messed up on certain things, and then there's people who I've met that are Christian and everything. They tell me their flaws, and I'm like, okay, see, you just gotta stop thinking, stop trying to be so perfect, but like don't also that doesn't give you the excuse to be like I'm gonna go buck wild and everything, you know.
Yeah, when you become a Christian, you're not perfect. Like if you're thinking about going to church, but you feel like, oh, I'm gonna burn. That that old saying, "I'm gonna burn when I get in there."
I used to say that too.
But like you're supposed to go to God when you're dirty. You probably heard this a lot if you haven't heard it, but you don't go in the shower um, clean. You go in the shower to get clean.
Yep.
Because you're dirty. So let God be that be that cleansing. Let God cleanse you spiritually, and you will do the rest as God works through you. But yeah, let God clean you. Like just because you're not strong in faith, and you feel like, oh, I'm not that strong in the faith, but I want to, or but like I feel too dirty in sin or spiritually. Just go to God. I feel like that's what Satan wants you to think, that you're not clean enough to go to church. You're not clean enough to go to God. You're not clean enough to read the Bible. But you have to go to get clean. Go
Mm-hmm.
to God. So don't forget that, because that's one of Satan's agendas. Um, but what I was gonna say, um, we should do a new segment right now. Put you and I on a spot. I'm scared too, but we should do pick it up and preach. I seen this on Instagram by a Christian female social media influencer. So you gotta grab something and preach.
Oh boy. Oh
Oh yeah,
boy.
I could go first. Or you go first.
You can go first.
All right, I'm scared. um, but okay, I'm picking this up. What is this? A quarter? This is a quarter. Um, wow, this is really
Oh, I
good.
got it.
This is a quarter. This is a solid quarter. No matter how many times you drop it, it's still gonna be in the same perfect condition. So no matter how many times you fall, wow. I feel like I was getting somewhere. All right, no matter how many times you drop this quarter, it's gonna be in the same perfect solid condition. It may have little scratches on there, but it is never gonna. The shape of it is never gonna wash away. Just like God, just like Christ. God is never gonna change. God is always faithful. He always keeps His promise. Um, there is never a scratch on there. I don't know why it's a scratch. No, there's actually never. Is there a scratch on the quarter? I don't think so.
Yeah, there could be scratches on the quarter.
Okay, but okay, that wasn't the best example, but but you get the point. God is solid, just like this quarter. The promises He makes, He will always fulfill. He's always faithful, and no matter how many times you fall from God, look at that. How many times you fall from God, like this quarter falls, God is always going to be there. He's always going to stay solid. He's always going to be your rock. Yo, that was awesome. But He's always going to be your rock. Christ is your firm foundation, which is the rock. This is not a rock, but you get it. It's solid. It doesn't bend or break unless you have a big machine. But um, you get the point. All right, your turn.
I was ready now. I got stage fright. You know, with all this stuff going on in the world right now, people worrying about wars and all these rumors of wars going on. You know, and just being scared of the end and everything. You know, you don't got to be scared. You know, because in the battle between good and evil, you already know who wins. The story's already set, done. You know, we already won. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
This is the Zonti album, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out Zonti. We already won. I bought his CD. It's still sealed. I'm not gonna open it because I have it on my phone. But yeah. So we already won. So don't be scared of what's coming when it comes to these end times that we're gonna probably possibly be living in our lifetime. The battle is gonna happen and everything. It's already said and done. Devil can't defeat you. Um, he'll try. Temptation's gonna get to everybody and everything. But at the end of the day, just know as long as you believe in Christ Jesus, that's the only recipe to get into the to heaven. So as long as you believe in Christ, you're good. And just you won't the battle won't be lost because it was already written. We already won. We already won.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if we should do one.
I think that was pretty
Hey, yeah, okay. I'm gonna keep it at one for now. These podcasts is gonna be more organized. This was just on a spot like today.
good.
I
Yeah.
was just like,
He just thought of it today, and I was
yeah,
like, and which is ironic because I've been thinking of doing a podcast again because I used to have one,
yeah.
but got lazy and everything. So, but yeah, I need to stop being lazy. I'm gonna start streaming soon and stuff. So you
Yeah, I'm
can
here. You're
look
gonna
into
be hearing GG's in the chat.
that. uh, yeah, obviously there's no like Christian games to play, so I'll be playing like Red Dead Redemption and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, we gotta. I feel like we need more Christian light. We need more light into the social media world. Um, and I feel like I do have a part to do with that. So, and I feel like because I thought about this the other day too. Like I seen other like Christian influencers who are trying to be big. Like I'm not big, but I get views and people are reposting my videos, and I'm like, other people are doing the same exact thing I'm doing, but why are my videos getting more exposure, or why are people resonating with me? Why are people messaging me more privately, and saying thank you, like, and it's just like I feel like I do have a part to take in to this social media space because I'm doing the same thing other people are trying to do, but for some reason my videos are popping off more, and yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I do feel like there's something there, and I forget sometimes. I lose the focus that I have everything. I have the cameras. I have the lights, and I didn't buy this all at once. I bought this while I was growing up since I was like 13. So like I'm not rich, far from rich, far from money, and yeah, like, I'm not doing this for money. I do this because I love making content, and it was a transformation, a slow transformation. Before I like when I first became like a Christian, I was actually afraid to speak up about my faith. I was like not to talk about God too much, but and then I'll continue. But like I was like that in the beginning, but now I'm just like open, and it didn't take too long for me to change that either, because I was like, why am I afraid? And
Yeah.
but yeah, that fear keeps going away, like like as I keep going with God, keep getting more closer to God. But yeah, man. Um, do you have anything to talk about?
No, not right now.
Are you wearing your Are you wearing? Oh, you are. I was about to say. If you're not,
What?
if you're not wearing your cross necklace, you're not a real Christian. So I bring that joke all the time. People,
My cross necklace with the American flag on it, because I love my country, even though
my country boy.
we're not under the best leadership. But I love my country. I don't care. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. They burned. Actually, see, there's another topic. They
That's
burned the
another
flag.
topic. We can talk about another day. But yeah, I didn't want to really speak on it today.
Okay, okay. Yeah, we'll save for another day. But I'm wearing American flag too on my shirt. So, um,
I love this
America.
country. I don't. We can just, I guess, touch on it lightly. I like my country. Recently some events happened with a certain group burning our flag, but that's disrespectful, and I feel like as though, yeah, we're a free country, but the flag shouldn't never get disrespected. Um, and if you do, you get locked up or lose your citizenship and deport to that said country that you love so much. That's how I feel. But we can talk about that more
Yeah,
another day.
we have more. Yeah, but we love our country. Like we have a lot of freedom than we actually think, and we may be losing it. But
Yep.
it's the people who fight for our country, and that's the people who I respect and like love. They put their bodies on the line for us. You know, there's things that are happening behind the scenes that we don't even see on the social media. Uh, there's a lot of threats, a lot of people who are trying to attack us, and you know, the people who are on the line, the first people on the line are the people who are fighting for our country. So, shout out to our military. Um, but yeah, like I learned that recently. Like, there's a lot of things that happen that we don't see behind the scenes. The other countries or just people who are just the one to attack us. They, you know, this happens every day, but you don't see that. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of people who are lost, and I pray for them because I was there. So that's one thing I get, well, like a little advice I give myself is that I was there at some point, like lost, and I didn't want to listen to believers, you know, or I tried to, but it just didn't enter through my ear and through my head. But um, you have to be mindful that you were in that position too. Um, well, most of us were in that position too. There's actually people who were actually Christians almost their whole life. You know, I met people like that, and um, yeah, it's pretty cool. Almost everybody who I meet, for some reason, like they're always been like Christian for their whole life. I'm like, wow, like wow, like I'm like the only one who has a story, I guess, that like I don't know. Like for me, we were lost because well, at least for me, I didn't know who I knew about Christ, and I was like, is all the same? Is it all the same God? Whatever. I didn't really know, to be honest. You know, I was on my journey. Like I had a whole the right little bracelet like that. I guess Spanish people wear. And I thought that was getting closer to Christ, but you know, I had my own journey, and yeah, people. There's people out there who already knew who Christ was because you know they grew up in a Christian household, like really strong Christian household. So, but yeah, that's I was like, wow. When I meet people, I'm like, wow. But yeah, man. Yeah, the next podcast will be more organized. I'm gonna start writing stuff down. I'm gonna try to make it more organized and talk about a lot of more topics. And yeah, but this is on the fly. You know, I was like, let's do it, and we did it, and we're getting it done. You know, um, and yeah, I guess we could do one segment where, um, what's your favorite song of the week? I guess it doesn't have to be a rap song. What's your favorite Christian song of the week? You know, um, you could go first, or I could go first.
I can go first. This is a new song actually. The week, well, it came out yesterday, but I mean, I've been. It's my favorite song of the week though. It's a Forrest Frank, "Sunshine."
Okay, that's a good song right there. That's a good choice of words right there. I guess for me, dang, how the heck made up the segment? I don't know. Okay, let me go to my music, and we're gonna find out right now on the spot. Cause I listened to, let me see. Um, I guess the song I listened to a lot was "Oxygen" by Zonti. It's been out, but for some reason this week that's been the song. It's been the vibe, you know. But yeah, that's that. It's Zonti, "Oxygen." It's a pretty nice song.
It's a
I'm
good
more of
song.
a, what's it called? I guess I want to say, I don't know, spiritual, more like a Zen, like a peaceful song type of person most of the time. Like a worship song. You know, I like worship music, but it has to be very like mellow. You know, it has to be very like spiritual. You know, like meditational, I guess. Um, but that's my type of music. When I'm listening to worship music, that's my type of music, man. But yeah, you don't have anything else, little boy?
No, I don't, man.
Uh, but yeah, this is a pretty short one, but next time it should be longer. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah,
Yeah, this is on the fly and everything, and we gotta. Never mind.
no, we have some other things that we have planned, so we're gonna go ahead and end it off here. Um, yeah, this is Field Dreams Club, man, and it's a brand that I made, um, and it's pretty cool because I kind of in the beginning it wasn't a Christian brand, but in the beginning I was like, I'm gonna have this brand blow up, and it kind of blew up. And I said things in there. I'm going to go back to my video I made a long time ago. I'll go back to it, but it was like I was kind of, saying the thing that was gonna happen in the future, and it happened. Um, but yeah, it's all about confidence. It's all about you know taking away the I can't or I don't know. That's how it started for me too. Like I was just like, you could do anything. You just can do anything, because God created you and He made you without any flaws. So what makes you different from anybody else that who has made it, Christian space or non-Christian space? You have the army. You have the people behind you. You have God. You get once you as you get closer to God, you just gotta let God guide you, and you gotta keep going to that light and letting Him uh, work through you, and not letting anything um what you call it, not letting anything scare you. That's a good thing. Even if you're not a Christian, you have to agree that you shouldn't let anything scare you to get to where you want to be. Um, yeah, and I feel like it's about to be time where um, I'm gonna start posting a lot, and yeah,
Same.
it's a lot. It's gonna happen. It's like confirmation. The confirmation is like God's like, like go. You have everything. You have the equipment I gave you. You have the armor I gave you. The armor of God. So
Yeah. Speaking of I have all the equipment to stream, and I've had it for years. And I barely used it. I have streamed before, and I was actually pretty kind of successful, but I fumbled the bag.
yeah.
I'm coming back, making my comeback.
All right. Well, I guess we'll end it off here. It was Justin Balasco, and
It's your boy Joe.
and that was VO Dreams Club. I guess we're out.
Hasta la vista.
It's getting kind of awkward now. I'll see you on the flip side. Whatever that means.